Well, hello everyone. This is Robert from Black Belt Gaming. Going to try to keep this short and straight to the point. I'm excited to announce here that I have a copy of Descent: Journeys in the Dark 2nd Edition. Why am I so excited about it? Well, I never played 1st Edition, so that's not it. But what I am excited about is that it seems to be a board game that will combine some elements of role-playing games, which I enjoy, and board gaming, which I also enjoy. So blending those two together in a fantasy-themed sort of dungeon crawl, dungeon delving adventure style is just right up my alley. So I'm very excited to feature this game on my channel. Descent is a board game meant for 2 to 5 players. So, as most of you know, most of the content on my channel is geared towards cooperative games. But you've also seen me play through some of the Dungeons & Dragons 4th Edition encounters, playing both the heroes and the monsters. When I do something like that, I'm really just giving a chance for the viewers to get a feel for what the mechanics are like. And it's kind of fun since it has a strong tactical nature to that edition of the game. With Descent, I want to try something different, kind of a first for my channel. 1 or 2 days ago, I opened up an invitation on my Facebook page for Black Belt Gaming. And for those over there, I asked for volunteers to see if anyone would step forward and take on the role of an adventurer and kind of test Descent out with me. I would of course be playing the role of the Overlord. So what I'm going to do is start with character selection. I'm going to let the volunteers that step forward choose their characters. We'll go over those characters in some detail. And then we'll start setting up the board for the first adventure and start playing. So I hope you'll join me for this. Like I said, it's a first for my channel, and I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun with it. Even if it doesn't run as smoothly as I anticipate, I think at least all of us will learn something from the journey and have a better sense of what Descent: Journeys in the Dark 2nd Edition is all about. Well, this part of the video is geared towards Jason and Seth, the 2 volunteers I had step forward to take on the role of a character. Jason, you're going to have first choice. But I would like for both of you to look over these characters and decide which one you want to play. Instead of choosing your characters by the numbers, I think what I'd like to do is just simply glance over these different characters. And why don't you pick the one that just looks fun to play, whether it's the artwork or the name or what kind of character it is, as far as its class, basically. So what we've got first here is a warrior, Grisbin the Thirsty. Looks like a dwarf. And let's move on to the next warrior. I believe the other warrior is Sindril. And looks like a female there. And both of these warriors can choose a particular deck to use. I guess it's going to be a particular approach to your fighting style. Let's take a look at the back of those decks. If you choose one of the fighters, you can either choose to be a berserker or a knight. Now, I haven't gone through each of these character sheets in great detail yet. I'm going to do that after you've made your selection. But I would assume that the berserker is going to be a bit better at the offense, and perhaps the knight will be a little bit better at defense. That's just speculation on my part. But if you choose a fighter, you'll then need to choose to be either this one or the other one. The next class or archetype we have are the healers. And we have Avric Albright. We also have Ashrion. one of those two. And if you choose to be a healer, you can choose to follow the path of a disciple or a spirit speaker. If I were to make a guess, perhaps the disciple would be more like a cleric from Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe the spirit speaker sounds a bit more like a druid or something like that. Once again, this is just speculation on my part. Next, we move into the mages. We have Widow Tara, and we have Leoric of the Book. For the two types of mages, or there are two types of mages, if you choose a mage, you can either be a necromancer or a rune master. Once again, I'm going to guess and think that a necromancer will give you some power over the undead, and a rune master may be more of your traditional wizard type. Next, we come to the scouts. We have Tumble Burrowell and Jane Fairwood. And then here we see another set of choices. If you choose to be a scout, you can either be a thief or a wildlander. If I were to guess, this would be more of your thief rogue style play, perhaps using daggers and such. Maybe this one is a bit more like a ranger, using a bow and arrow, and I guess both of these might be a little more stealthy distance fighters, perhaps. So Jason, if you would pick one and post over on Facebook which one you'd like to play, and then Seth, if you could follow and pick one yourself. So pick a character card and which type of character you'd like to play, you know, whether that be a berserker or a knight or a necromancer or a rune master. And then after we do that, we'll take a deeper look at the characters you've chosen, and we'll take a look at your starting abilities. Well, that's going to bring this video to a close. I'll look forward to going through some more Descent with all of you very soon. See you over at Facebook.